Welcome in, everybody. Today we are going to be doing one more of the UMA Revisited guides here with a little bit of an edit to the original A-Rank guide we put out. We are going to be training my favorite, as anybody who watches my live stream knows, my very, very, very favorite UMA, Smart Falcon. I will be beating the allegations today of my ultimate hatred for her by building her into a wonderful A-Rank UMA. Start out today, we are going to be using legacy characters that will be giving a bonus to both power and speed. Smart Falcon naturally has a 20% increase to her speed, so it should be relatively easy to get her speed up to max by the end of the career. And she also doesn't have to do very many long distance races, so we do not have to worry about getting her stamina too far up either. So we are going to be using our Tokai Teo. That also does a 42-12 split with our stats here. And there she is. So these are going to be the legacy cards that I go for. Again, this is just an A-Rank guide, so make sure to keep in mind that this is not going to be the optimal PvP Smart Falcon build. We are actually going to be releasing a video on that tomorrow, as I will be recording these back to back. Now, for our support cards, we are going to be going with the tried and true 3-wit 3-speed deck, and I highly recommend using whichever you have that are going to provide the biggest initial friendship gauge and the biggest special priority. This is going to very much assist you in the long run, as it will increase the friendship gauge that you start out with, meaning that you can get up to rainbow training quicker, and it will also mean that they'll land on their chosen aptitude more often, meaning more rainbow trainings altogether. So we're naturally going to be borrowing a Umamusume Black and using our two best speed cards that we have. I don't really have very good speed cards, so we're going to be using a base Silent Suzuka SSR and a level 40 Narita Taishin. I also have Dover. She was part of one of the recent events, so most people do have her that have been playing through that. And then I like to use Matikane Fukuki Taru and Die with Scarlet, as they just have good events that assist with mood and energy. Now let's go ahead, use some of this gooey carrot stuff to get our TP back up and start this career. Now, Smart Falcon is going to be a very easy UMA to get up to a rank. What we're going to want to start out with is training up her friendship levels to maximum as quickly as possible. So mid to late game, we are getting the most out of our training. We also want to avoid training on stamina and guts throughout the career unless we have a very, very good stack on it. A double speed stack with Umamusume Black, we will take that since there's the Umamusume Black skill hint. But normally, if it's just two and we have two stacked up on speed, power, or wit, we will be prioritizing that. Again, we got a triple stack on stamina, so we will be taking that just to get the friendship bonuses up. Although it's not ideal, it's not super, super important this early on. Normally by the mid race, you want to be avoiding that. So let's go ahead and actually use this time to get our mood up. The best we have is the double stack, so we're wanting to get that mood as high as possible. Double stack on power, we'll take that. And we have 6 turns before our debut. We've gotten a few skill hints from Umamusume Black already, which is great. Our energy is getting really low, so this is going to be a good time to take a rest. And then we're going to keep building up these friendship bonuses. We got a double stack on power, let's take it. Taishin and Suzuka are going to be a little bit slower to build up to rainbow training than Umamusume Black, but that's okay. Umamusume Black just gives the best. Oh, I wish we could have done that, but I'm not risking a 50%. So let's go ahead, take a rest here. Tell them to have fun, and that will give us a bunch of energy back. Double stack on speed, we'll take it. Get Silent Suzuka up. And we have one more turn before our debut here. And training speed, get our Umamusume Black and Silent Suzuka up. Umamusume Black is very close to being able to do rainbow training. The junior debut is not going to be a challenge for us. We did not fail. We did not have to worry about any debuffs. We'll view race, get first place, and continue building our friendship gauges. Now we have the pre-op. So now we have a triple stack on wit. We'll go ahead and take that. Those 3 cards are leveling up at a pretty much the exact same rate, which is good. We want those to go up around the same amount at around the same time, as it's going to be good to be able to do things like triple stack speed or triple stack wit bonuses for those extra stat points going forward. So if we can get them to increase their friendship gauges consistently, At the same time, that is going to be ultimately very beneficial for us. We're low on energy. Let's go ahead and do the Die with Scarlet skill hint here. Notice how we really haven't been training stamina or our guts in any way whatsoever. We've just been sort of bouncing back and forth between the power, wit, and speed, depending on where our support cards land. Because right now, what's most important is getting those 3 numbers up as high as possible while limiting the wasted turns. So right here, we do have a double stack. That would be a good time to train stamina if we're going to do it at all. Luckily, as I mentioned during the beginning of this video, Smart Falcon doesn't really have very many long distance races, so we don't have to worry about getting stamina up that much with her. And for the most part, the stamina skills that we purchase for her are going to carry her through her career. Let's go ahead and take a rest. And now we got to win 2 pre-ops or above 2 times. Now's a good time to do race pre-op. Let's go ahead and take that. The Catalina wine mixer. Catalina show. There you go. Catalina wine. All right, let's do our second race here. One more pre-op. Kanatsubaki show in the bag. And that is our second goal. And we got first in both of them. So our fan gauge is looking pretty solid, meaning we can actually save some turns, not having to get that up in the future. Let's go ahead, do wit training there and get Narita Taishin up to where we want her. Tell her to sleep, get that energy back. More turns equals higher stats, and higher stats are king. Let's go ahead, do power training. Dober's getting up there, so she's going to be very, very close to rainbow training. I believe just 2 more trainings with her, and she'll be up to exactly where we want her. And we got 5 turns before the Satsuki show. And we do have a rainbow training, but we can train power here and get Silent Suzuka and Dober's friendship up. So we're going to prioritize that right now. And getting those power trainings in also does increase our stamina just a little bit, but just enough to make a difference throughout this career path. Now we are going to do power training and 1 more turn with Suzuka, and pretty much all of our support cards are going to be exactly where we want them. Montikani for Kukitar is lagging a little behind, but that's just kind of due to RNG of where she's landed. She's not a very difficult one to get up to rainbow training, so we will do that when it comes around. And anyways, our focus is mainly on speed over wit anyway. Now, the Satsuki show is once again not going to be an extremely difficult race for us, so we'll go ahead, take the free power and speed points here, and we're not going to purchase any skills just yet. We got 82 power and 14 speed. Our stats are looking good, and we'll go into this race without a worry. We'll stay as a front runner. What are you doing? Oh, that's right. With I can't believe I forgot that. For the Satsuki show, she just has to run in it. She doesn't have great aptitudes for it. So that is like a Arima Keenan for our sweet Haru Urura. We're not required to win it. We just have to run in it. Now you're getting some good stacks here. All of our support cards are up to rainbow training, and we are going to just keep getting larger and larger stat increase boosts here. We got a 45 speed. We'll take it. And now would be a good time for a race before the Japanese Dirt Derby. And that's a 50, looking good. 24, 32 for wit. We'll do the 32 wit. And this is going to be a lot of the training going forward, is kind of bouncing back and forth between those two. Now, if we take a look at the Japanese Dirt, it is a 2,000 meter race. So let's go ahead and just for the sake of making sure we have more than enough of what we need, we are going to purchase Corner Recovery, which we got from Kitasun Black. And that should be enough to carry us pretty much through the rest of this career path. The results, and that is a first place. Corner Recovery must have procced as our average stamina was low, but it's more than enough for that race since it is not a very long race. And Dirt Derby, all done, and upcoming next is the JBC Classic. Wit training 50. Excellent. This is what we're talking about. This is why having the 3-3 split is so amazing. Now we get a 50 in speed, and it's going to be kind of bouncing back and forth and back and forth, and just extremely high numbers for our speed, power, and wit. With any luck, we'll end up actually maxing out our speed and getting around a A in our wit by the end of this career. It is a 28 in speed. We'll take it. That'll push us over actually just below where we need to be for a B, but that's okay. We're still pretty early in the career. Tell her to have fun again, get that energy back. Let's do the wit training when we don't have a good speed training. We're pretty much going to default to wit. We always want to keep a little bit of energy in the tank just in case we are low on it, but we still get a very good support card stack. There's another 41 double stack. We'll take it. And now, as you can see, our stat points are just growing exponentially. We're getting 40s, we're getting 35s, we're getting 50s pretty consistently. The JBC Classic is another 2,000 meter race, which we should not have any issue with. We do still have that corner recovery skill, so we should be getting that first place. There it is. Pretty solid win by us as well. And we are going to continue putting these trainings into those stats. So 2 turns before the Tokyo Daishoten. Top option will give us back a little bit of energy, plus make sure our mood is great. There's a 33 with Ketus and Black. Now we got a 35 and a 19. Let's do the 19 wit training. Wit training, it's not a lot, but it does give a little bit of speed points. So when we do so many throughout the career, it is going to be pretty, it adds up. And the Tokyo Daishoten, that's going to be another first place, no problem. 3 turns until the February stakes. Her mid-game is a lot of small amounts of turns between quite a bit of races. That is fine. Our stats are looking solid. We'll continue to just kind of bounce back and forth here. Here comes our carrot, and that's going to give us a top off to our energy. And I'm actually going to skip the wit training here. I'll throw a little bit into power. If I keep speed and power around the same, then that will make sure that by the end of the career, we have a very high amount in both. So there's a double stack for wit. That'll put us over into a C for our wit already. And this is just a 1,600 miles in the dirt. 1,600 miles? Oh God, no. No, it is not. 1,600 meters. Once again, first 2.5 lengths over Taiki's shuttle. Suck it, Taiki shuttle. You can suck it. And 7 turns before the Teo show. And we got Professor of Curvature. Great skill to have. Again, we'll probably wait until a little bit later game to actually purchase skills. There's our wit training. They'll cap off our energy. When we are at around max energy, we might as well do speed trainings at this point, regardless of whether or not they have rainbow training, because we would just be wasting our, energy bonus that we get from wit if we were to just keep doing wit over and over and over and over. Here comes our second inspiration of the career, going into power and speed. Once again, we got a pretty good roll last time. And there we go, 76 in power, only 4 into speed, but that's okay as we're going to be training speed even more going forward. 21 wit. We good energy, so let's go ahead and do a speed training. Speed level 5. We'll do another 29 wit. We're going to have really good time leveling up our speed here. We're already at an A. I'm going to throw that into speed right there. And then we still got one more beach training coming up. So I'm going to actually go ahead and take a rest here. Going into the Teo show. That way, after the race, we'll hit the beach training with a good amount of energy. Teo show, 2,000 meters. We should be fine. And that is another first place under the belt. Again, I can kind of ignore the stamina recommendations from the trainers. They don't know what they're talking about. We're just completely fine here. We got 8 turns before the JBC Classic. Rainbow training into wit. Rainbow training into speed for 36. We're already at an A+, so that's great. 24 wit. And good one, 28 in speed. No good 60 stacks, but that's okay. We've been getting good ones ever since the beginning of the careers. So missing out on some spectacular beach training the second time around is okay. We'll live. And there's a 44 speed. Almost up to S in speed. Take the 25 wit, get some of that energy back in case we get a good speed training next. 31. I love that. 3 on that, but 31 speed. Ketus and Black. Did you fail that? Did you just fail that? It's okay. We're not gonna, like I said, she's not a hard one to get A rank on, so we're fine. Let's go ahead. We got 30% off Professor of Curvature already. Let's just go ahead and buy it because it's not going to get any further discount on top of it. And we got a 2,000 meter JBC Classic, and we should pretty much be dominating at this point. By 7 whole lengths, we beat Ogre Recap. That is amazing. Falcon has got to be probably my top 5 easiest to train at this point. And she is a pretty decent dirt racer. I use Harura and Taiki shuttle over her. But, you make do with what you have. Let's put that 39 into speed. We're getting close to an 1,100 with her in speed here. The Champions Cup is only 1,800 meters, so we'll be fine there. Take a view, and that's going to be one more first place by 3.5 lengths over Taiki shuttle. And we got our second race right after that for the Tokyo Dai Shoten. Lots and lots of dialogue. We'll skip past it. And here we go. 2,000 meters is nothing for us. Nothing longer than 2,000 meters in her whole career. So, you know, again, stamina really not a factor. I believe we just beat everybody else by 8 lengths. So absolutely killing it. All goals achieved. And we are on to the URA Finals. And we can do our 40 into wit. And even if we fail, we do get a little bit of energy back. So that's fine. Our speed's already where we want it. So after this one, since we failed, we'll most likely take a rest and then get one good speed training in before finishing off our A rank guide with Smart Falcon. Yep, there. Oops, nope. We're going to take a rest and we're going to finish strong. There we go. Viewing this again, we should have no issue getting first place in any of these races by 6 lengths. Was that over TM Opera? I didn't even know TM Opera ran in these races. Still, not bad at all. 8 lengths, 6 lengths in the finals. And then we got a 32, putting us over 1,100 in our speed. And we're going to be pretty much at an A+ in our power. And we've only bought 2 skills so far, not swinging maestro, corner recovery, and professor of curvature. 8 lengths over 5 rhythm. This generic at she beat Grass Wonder and Taiki Shuttle. That's embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Taiki Shuttle, Grass Wonder. You got beat out by a MPC. Here come all of the URA final champions. Stat increases here. We get 5, we get 10, we get 5 again. Actually, we got 15 from director Akikawa. But we are going to go and put our stats, our skill points, into mile, medium, front, and dirt skills. Mile, medium, front, and dirt. So we'll scroll to the bottom here. Dirt, front. Let's just buy that and use up the rest of our points. Center stage. There you go. And that is all but 2 skill points used, which is what we're looking for. These are the overall stats. This should be a very comfortable A rank with Smart Falcon here. And we got 2-star Sparks and a 2-star URA Sparks and a 2-star Medium Sparks. Prudent positioning. Okay, overall, this is actually a relatively good legacy character that we'll probably be using. We even got the 2 of her ult here. Huh, not bad at all. We haven't gotten good Sparks in a while, so I get excited very easily. Well, anyway, these are the end stats for this A-Rank Smart Falcon Guide Revisited. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the concept that I'm doing here of making these shorter, editing them down a little bit to kind of more quickly get to the point for everybody if you're having trouble getting an A rank with any of the UMAs. Eventually, I will complete the list of all currently available UMAs, and we'll see how our scouting goes in the near future as well. Anyways, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a great rest of your weekend.